And according to the Auditor General, at the time that we made the payment, this said company did not even have their license. And we have also been told about condition precedent and all that. And of course, the good old due diligence. So it looks like we dash some people 2 million for a pie in the sky, which was supposed to be a train in the sky.
Randy, the perceived impunity clause that exists for activities of some of the activities of government is worrying. You have paid 2 million without parliamentary approval, without cabinet approval, or maybe there is. What was the legal advice at the time the Attorney General contacted? And people are now playing the blame game. It wasn't me, it's this person. Check with them. Somebody has paid 2 million. I noticed in the rendition you use the word agreement, which means something was signed. On what basis was this signature? You're talking of a BOT, build, operate, transfer. But we are going to sink 2 million of government funds into this. You should have parliamentary approval, as the minister himself has indicated, because you're dealing with a foreign company.
Well, the minister's claim is that it's Ghana Infrastructure Fund, which of course is not under his ministry.
Yes.
Which went to buy shares in a company. That has nothing to do with him. He didn't ask them to pay money. He didn't authorize the payment. He didn't do anything. So,
but it is linked to one and the same project, namely Sky Trains. The train that is going to move in the air. We haven't done the one on the ground yet, but we are in the air. It begs even the priority, the reason why this is a priority, when you are doing at the same time railways to try and get, even on the ground, movement made easier. When this project first was mentioned, many skeptics came out and said, look, it's not the time, it's not doable. Especially because of even the cost that had been put out. How were they going to fund it? What were the issues? And the normal responses from the MPP, now we know what we are doing, things will be put in place, etc. The first disappointment was that nothing happened there. The project hasn't gone. Now we are getting the second disappointment, which is monies have actually been paid for shares in a company that doesn't have a license to do anything. So who authorized the payment? And on what basis was it done? Because all the things that have been asked for have not been done. And it's not us saying it. You have read it. The minister himself says these were prerequisites before the action should be taken. You see, I don't know whether and I'm not being facetious, but it's very similar to the emergency that was given by us by the health minister in going for for a contract that didn't go through any of these as well. When he went for the Sputnik vaccines, where payment was made for vaccines without going through cabinet approval, without going through parliamentary approval, without going through or even getting Attorney General's advice on the payment. Payment was made. And we ended up not even getting the right vaccines in terms of the way they were permitted. So in the end, they had to be returned. However, some had been used. So a refund now has to be made. And nothing happened to anybody in the ministry for that. Nothing. So we are all waiting with bated breath to find out who authorized 2 million to be paid on this project.
But we know who paid it.
Yes.
That they were acquiring shares.
Yes, but somebody has signed the document.
And the Auditor General says that the company didn't even have a license
So we
to get into that business at the time that you paid the money. So what was the due diligence that led you to even take a decision?
Because at the moment you have a company name.
Yes.
You don't have the name of the person who signed.
But obviously
authority.
for such a decision,
Yes.
you would expect that it would be discussed at the board.
Ordinarily, for such a decision, you'd have expected they had parliamentary approval or discussed at cabinet or discussed.
Maybe not.
Well,
no, Chief, I'm saying maybe not.
Okay.
Because if the infrastructure investment fund intends to buy shares in a company, I do not know if they need parliamentary approval for that.
Okay.
But what the Auditor General is saying is that at the time that you were taking the decision, there were things that should have informed that decision.
And they were not there.
We don't see them.
Yes.
And then subsequent to that, you have paid this money and there's zero.
So publish the name of the board of the infrastructure fund.
Well, that one day we can find out. I can.
So let us know, because that is the key. Who has authorized this payment? For them to come and say, oh no, we were told by this minister to pay, or that government official, or whatever.
The fund is under the Ministry of Finance.
Yes. Yes. So how was this money paid? Because, as you put it quite rightly, it's a dash. If that's somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's nothing on the ground or anywhere that has been done for the Sky Train project. And we are too much of this is going on. We never seem to get down to what happens or how people make decisions for the country. $2 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of money to a foreign company, or shares in a foreign company. For what purpose? It was with intent to do certain things. And then what do we have again? Now the almighty COVID has reared its head again. That because of COVID, certain issues could not be looked at. So since COVID has now, what other steps have been taken?
Well, the former minister says that COVID
slowed the process
of the people coming down
to
do what must be done.
Yes.
But that does not answer
it doesn't.
GIIF's $2 million.
But I throw that in for a specific reason.
Right.
They are always quick to use COVID, but they don't allow others to use it. Why? Why are we in court with Chachi? He too had COVID as a reason why he didn't get his certificate, even though we say he got it in time. That one, you can't see it. But you are mentioning COVID again. The whole country's economy is because of COVID and Russia-Ukraine. That we should forgive and we should take into account. But here again is being mentioned as slowing down the process. And we all know that that is the case. So why don't you use it across board? For people to have some sympathy for whatever you are putting forward. This is clearly wrong. And I think that everybody is talking, but let's give it maybe the rest of the week, a couple of days, and then specifics will come out. But what are the facts? $2 million has been paid, and nobody seems to understand.
Dollars.
Yes, so let me add it. $2 million has been paid, and nobody seems to have a clue for what work has been done, whether it's consultancy or actual funding for what, nobody knows. But there was an agreement of sorts, because there was a memorandum of understanding, and then the next word I hear is agreement. So it must be broken down. What was that agreement? Who signed it? And who authorized that payment to buy shares in that company? That's all.